Hey everybody, so we are back to look at my garden again. I have more garden projects. I did get feedback from some people that said they do like to see me doing my garden stuff. So I figured before the season ends, I'll show you how my garden is progressing. We shoot our content sometimes maybe a month or so in advance, so just to be transparent, because we normally don't date our vlogs, but right now it's early July, so I want you to see what the garden is looking like in early July. Not sure when this is going to air. It may be like August, September when this air, but want to show you what the garden is looking like. And if this does post like sometime in September, I'll try to do another clip of what it's looking like towards the end of summer to add to this particular vlog. But been having a few issues that I want to just kind of share and be transparent about. I had planted a new hydrangea tree in my back, and then in the front I have a row of 3 hydrangea bushes in front of one of my windows, and 2 of them didn't do so well last year. This year one really didn't produce any flowers, and the other one kind of was doing a little something. So I'm really trying to get my garden to be mature with the plants and everything, so I decided to pull those 2 hydrangea bushes up and I replanted new hydrangea bushes. And then one of them that was in the middle, which I'll take you to the front in just a moment, that died. And I'm like, what is going on? Did I overwater it? So I dug up the bush and it was just pools of water sitting underneath the root ball, and it rotted out the hydrangea bush. So, and the same thing in the backyard with the newest hydrangea tree that I planted, which you saw in an earlier vlog, probably 2 or 3 vlogs ago, that died. And when I pulled that one up, a pool of water was sitting under the root ball. So for the mature plants, those seem to be doing fine, and I don't know if water is under those, but for the newer plants, it could not take it. So what I'm thinking is that I have a leak in my irrigation because I have a sprinkler system set up. So I'm going to have to call them, today's a Sunday, I'm going to have to call them on Monday and schedule for them to come out and take a look, because when they first installed the sprinklers about 2 years ago, there were leaks in my lawn, and everything was just really mushy because the water was running underneath, and my water bill was higher. So that's what I'm thinking is going on. So I'm going to first take you to the front and show you the replacement hydrangea bushes, and then show you how the flowers are coming along. I did reorganize because, again, about 2 or so vlogs ago, you saw that I had planted some like green, bushy flowers that were going to produce yellow flowers. They were a bit too tall in front of the hydrangea bushes, so I pulled those up and moved them. I'll show you that. And I replanted and put some jazzberry super tunia vistas in place of those. So let's go to the front. I'm going to show you what the front is looking like, and then we'll come to the back. I'll show you what my issues are and what I'm planning on doing today in this vlog with you. So let's go. Okay, so as we go to the front, this is one of the hydrangea bushes that's mature and is doing well. It's been storming, so it's flopping over. It's not standing up like it normally would, because these flowers here should be standing up like that one, but it's still really pretty. And then here is the Super Tunia Vista Jazzberry that I replaced the other flowers I had up here with. So they're still growing and maturing, and they're gonna really spread. I'll show you what they're looking like in the backyard in just a moment, but that's that. These are how the ruby, I think it's called Magic Ruby Red hydrangea bushes, not looking red as it is, looking pink, but those are starting to bloom, and when they really fill out, it's going to fill up this whole bed, but probably not this year. More than likely that'll happen next year. So that's what this side is looking like without showing you my address. And then showing you this side, same thing. These are starting to come into bloom. And then I have the Super Tunia Vista Jazzberry. And then this is the mature one. This middle one is brand new. I just replanted that a few days ago because the one that was there was the one that rotted out with all the water. And then this one is new too, but not as new as this one. This one is maybe I got this one maybe a month before that one. So these are the two newer ones, and hoping that they don't die and that they mature. So just to kind of show you the flowers on these, you come over here. This one has a lot of flowers. My grass is soggy. It did just rain, but again, I'm wondering if my irrigation is leaking. But let me do a distance shot. Try not to get my address. All right, so let's go to the back and take a look at that. So here's the backyard. This is what it's looking like. These are starting to bloom, as you can see. They're getting ready to start having flowers. These are the lime light hydrangea trees. The hydrangeas in the front are the incredible hydrangeas, and then the red ones are the magic, I think it's called ruby red hydrangea. These are lemon coral sedums. I think this is supposed to be a sunjoy barberry bush, but it's not turning orange like it's supposed to. Here's where I dug up the newest limelight hydrangea tree because it died, because it was a ton of water and sitting in here with the ball. I went ahead and cut it off to throw it away, but I got to get rid of that. So here's the hole where I'm going to be putting the new tree, limelight hydrangea tree. Here are the jazzberry super vistas. These are a bit more matured and blossomed. I'll give you a long shot in just a second. And here are the other two limelight hydrangea trees, which are starting to bud. So let me back up and show you what that's looking like. So just imagine it'll be 4 here, and then it's the backyard is progressing. I'm so happy with it. Here are the flower beds that you may have seen in an earlier vlog. These are starting to get more flowers on them. This one is a brand new one. I had to just throw away this one, the one that was in here and there, because 2 of them had came damaged and I just couldn't take it. So I went ahead, threw them away. This is a newer one, so that's why it's all bloomed. And these are the firelight hydrangeas. So these are coming along, got a lot more shoots. And I just recently replaced this broken one and got this maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So that's progressing. Here are the flowers in the flower bed that I created right in front of my tree, my arborvitae trees. So let me just kind of back up and show you what this is looking like. So this is gonna be beautiful when it comes in. And then we got this over here. So that's what the backyard is looking like right now, and I'm hoping that the irrigation people do not tear up my flower beds, because they're gonna have to try to poke in the ground to find if there's a leak and then fix the leak, which is gonna cost money. So I'm not looking forward to that. But let me show you what we're gonna get up to today. And I'm gonna show you the newest limelight hydrangea tree. So let me do that first. Here is the new limelight hydrangea tree that I'm gonna put where that big hole is that I just showed you, where the water was collecting. And also, when you walk into my backyard from this gate, I lined my driveway with flowers. So I forgot the name of these. I'll try to give it to Andrew to put in the video. But I have these here, and these are starting to reflower. These are the jazzberry Super Tunia Vistas. In the back, those were the Paradise Super Tunia Vistas, the pinker ones. So what I'm going to do is repot these yellow ones. These were the ones that were in the front. I thought they were dying, but apparently not. I guess they just needed to kind of like die down, and now they're coming back. Also, here are my snake plants. So you don't see my license plate. Snake plants there. So yeah, I need to repot these because I have some cat's pajama plants flowers coming, and I'm gonna put them in these longer beds. So, and I'm gonna keep the Super Tunia Vistas there, but I'm gonna replace the yellow ones and then repot those in a bigger round one and maybe place those somewhere. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. So let's get started. Andrew, you can roll the montage. I am going to start planting and you can just hyperlapse it. All right, let's get started. So real quick, I want to show you why I am repotting these. This is the new pot right here, which is much bigger than this current pot. So the bigger pot is going to give it room to grow the roots. So let me step back and you can see how that, where's my finger? How that's much bigger than this. Neighbors having a party and playing music, so I don't want to get copyrighted. But so the Zagreb Coreopsis, we'll take a look at that, repot it. Once I get the cat's pajama flower in, I got 4 of those. I'm going to put those in place of the Zagreb Coreopsis, and then I'll sit those somewhere else. Not sure where I'm going to sit that, so let's go ahead, take a look. Also, before we go over there, once we take a look at the flowers, I'll be back on another day to plant the Limelight Hydrangea Tree. So that's it for today. So let's go take a look at what I just did and see you all another day. Hi everybody, so I'm back. It is a Tuesday morning before I go to work. I'm going to show you where I'm at with the hole that I'm going to be placing the hydrangea tree. I know I look a hot mess. I need to get ready for work, and I just saw that it's supposed to be rain today, and I cannot afford to let this hole get filled with water. So I'm going to try very quickly to try to get this tree in the ground and cover it up, and then I can finish stuff later. But let me show you the hole. I've already added the soil conditioner and some soil in there, and I'll show you all of that. So let's take a look. So I made the hole bigger, and underneath the black soil is the soil conditioner that is good to use if you have clay. So this is the soil conditioner, and this is what it looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera right. This is what it looks like. So you're supposed to mix that with topsoil. And again, this is what it is called. I got this from English Garden, which is a Michigan, what do you call it, nursery here. So that's what I'm using. Here is the tree. Let's get that in the ground. This is the bottom of the tree with the roots. So I need to rough that up and loosen that so that it's not tight when I put it in the ground. So I'm gonna go get my utility knife and kind of slice this, and then I'll go ahead and put this tree in the ground. Okay, so my hole was not deep enough. I have to re-dig the hole a little bit deeper. Then I'll add the soil conditioner, more soil, then put the tree in, some biotone, then put the tree in and cover it. So this is what the soil conditioner and the soil looks like mixed together in the hole. I'm gonna add biotone in here. And I forgot to mention, there's nothing wrong with my irrigation. It's just that the clay was maintaining the water basically in the clay. And yeah, it acts like a cup. It'll just hold water and it will go nowhere. So thank God there's nothing wrong with my irrigation. And as I was digging deep in the ground, there was no water under there once I got past all the water that was built up in the clay. So I'm gonna have to get rid of the clay that I've put here in this cart. It's a lot of clay. But yeah, so let me finish, let me put some biotone in this hole, score the bottom of this tree to break up the roots, put it in, and then cover it somewhat, and I can finish this later when I get home. And the lady at the nursery told me when you're planting a tree, the top of the tree should be level with the soil. So the soil, the hole should not be deeper than the top of the plant, because you don't want the top of the plant completely buried. You want it to be flush. As you can see, the top of the hole and the top of the root ball of the plant. So let me get this in the ground, covered up. So here is the tree all planted. I may get another bag of mulch to put in that area, but we are all done. So I think a mosquito got me right here. You may see a big welt here. But that is it for this vlog. All of my planting is done. I do have, again, the the cat pajamas are coming. So actually, if those come this week, I'll add this in this vlog. It'll be really short to edit that in and add that. But if not, until next time, see ya. Peace.